We are here tonight to tell a story together, so it's only fitting that we first acknowledge the oldest storytellers on this land and their ongoing culture of telling stories, which continues to this day. We meet tonight on the unceded lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nations, and we pay our respects to their elders past, present, and emerging. Always was and always will be Aboriginal land.
Hello and welcome to 5 Foot Step. My name's Donna and I'm going to be the DM for this evening. We're going to be playing a D&D Adventurers League module together tonight. But before the camera started rolling, I talked to the players about safety tools that we'll be using tonight and checked whether they had any no Sorry for that hitch there. We just had some audio to fix up. So let's start again. Hello and welcome to 5 Foot Step. My name's Donna and I'll be your DM for this evening. We're playing a D&D Adventurers League module tonight, and before the cameras started rolling, I talked with the players to talk about our safety tools and to find out whether there are any kind of no-go areas. So we've done all that beforehand. And so far this season, we've met members of the Mistborn as they've been investigating strange magical occurrences throughout the area surrounding Neverwinter and the Sword Coast. Tonight we'll be venturing into the city of Neverwinter itself as we play Signs of Corruption, part of the Protectors of the Weave saga. Our adventure starts, as adventures often do, guess where? In a tavern.
Tavern. Sewer was the second choice.
In a tavern.
High mountaintop.
So 3 of our characters are members of the Mistborn from previous adventures. Tonight we're going to meet Braddock as well, who isn't yet. Braddock, the reason, Hook, the members of Mistborn, you've been asked to meet with somebody called Arrow to find out about, something that you can probably help with. Braddock, a friend of yours went missing. And you've heard that maybe somebody called Arrow can help tell you something about somebody who went missing. So that's kind of your reason for being there.
Cool.
So you meet in a tavern called the Beached Leviathan, formerly known as the Leviathan. Leviathan is a word. It was once a pirate ship until a massive storm marooned it in the Neverwinter dock. So that's where you're meeting tonight. You've been told that the person you're looking for, Arrow, is a wizened old Kenku. You imagine that's going to be probably fairly easy to find. And as you get into the Beached Leviathan, all of you, you can see him at a table in the corner. His feathers are charcoal black and his eyes are sharp and knowing. As if he's seen it all before. He drains his cup when he sees you and beckons you all over. So all 4 of you, he was keeping an eye out, even though you haven't met before. So before we get into him hooking you into what he wants you to help with, why don't we do some introductions? So the audience and particularly Braddock can meet the characters.
Who's this guy?
So I'll start with Braddock. I can't remember which characters are played. All right, we're doing intros so that the characters can all meet each other.
Yeah, let's talk about Braddock for a second. So what you would see is a little rock gnome, probably 3.5 feet tall. Seems like he's fairly well dressed. He has a very rich looking fur cloak that kind of drapes over his shoulders. He's wearing just standard traveling clothes underneath the cloak. But you notice tucked into his belt is what can only be a wizard's wand, which is a kind of a turned ash with a purple gem inset into the end, which kind of whenever he does his magic, it kind of glows and leaves trails of purple, and it's very cool looking. But at this point, Braddock just kind of takes in the tavern, sees all of you kind of heading over to Arrow and says, hi, you don't know me, but it seems we're all trying to meet the same person. Perhaps could I join you for the moment?
Why not?
Look down, yes.
Right, how about Romain?
Okay, well, Romain, not as short, a little bit taller. Typical hobgoblin, but this week, no longer leaning on a quarterstaff, but instead he is, proudly sporting a new blade at his belt. Hobgoblin, 6 foot tall, dressed in, robes and simple leathers, but yes, ready to kick some more butt. Looking around, obviously, Hedgie and Romain.
Hedgewig.
Oh, Hedwig.
Hedgie.
We'll see what nicknames Romain's come up for you since our last adventure.
Just remember that you're named after a lettuce.
There have been worse names for a character. looking around at the rest of the group, kind of ready to take in the sight. Romain has not been in a town as big as Neverwinter before. So right now he is feeling a little bit out of sorts, not used to this many people.
Like you're in the corner of a tavern. It's probably a bit more of a safe space.
Corner of a tavern is much preferred.
Yeah, great. What about, how about Edgy?
So
Edgy,
Hedwig von
Yeah,
Goth,
yep.
Unfortunately named by the other adventurers as Edgy von Goth, is a tiefling warlock who will try and sell you a short course that may end up with you buying real estate in one of the 9 Hells. She's a Waterdavian noble, so I think she's just doing the uptown girl thing. She's just like the meanest looking pirate in the bar. She's just making eyes at. She's ordering drinks that they definitely don't stock. Just having a good time. Just loving it.
Midway between that is Razez, Juniper Snap. He's an orc, although very un-orcish. He has very lovely hair that has all sorts of like little trinkets and jewels and braiding and stuff like that. He does carry around a big old scythe though, and he is very used to like big cities, big crowds of people, although he isn't at all like high society. So he does actually know what drinks are you would find here, and does also sort of like make eye contact with the meanest looking pirates here, but it's usually to give them a wink or something like that, and he looks at the others. He's been informed that as a mission for the Mistborn, see, I can't say it too.
You did it too.
No, I know I can't say it. That's why I called it discrimination against my accent.
I like to imagine that when we signed up, they gave us a pronunciation guide.
Oh, they totally did.
So he's probably, I don't know if happy is the word, but the last part, like as long as it doesn't end up the way that the last mission began, he's fine.
Yeah, I was just like, oh gosh, I can't remember how the last mission began. Anyway, we'll see how this one begins. So yeah, Arrow beckons you all over, sits you down at the table, checks that you've got drinks and you're all kind of settled, and starts telling you a story, like starts telling you some stuff in very typical Kenku manner. I can't do all these voices, but everything he tells you is going to come out in a slightly different
Another person's voice.
Another person's voice. Some of it will be his voice. You may not know any of these bits, but I'm not going to attempt to vary the.
Yeah.
Because it's too much. It's too much. And I'll never remember it, and some other poor DM will have to do it after me.
That would be me, Don.
But
Thank you.
There's other DMs who might. I don't know how many people Arrow is going to recruit for jobs. So the main thing he tells you is that a few days ago, a monster rampaged the streets in the Blue Lake district and killed several civilians and guards. And that's really kind of the thing that he wants you to find out more about. In a different voice, like more like a newspaper reader, like a newsreader, not a newspaper reader, because who knows what newspapers are anymore. A newsreader voice,
especially in Waterdeep.
Yeah, right. Okay, and the Neverwinter. Anyway, Neverwinter. I know, like you're one of those kids who stands on the corner and calls out the news. Yeah, that one. I could probably do this. The monster came out of nowhere and began a rampage through the city. It was an abomination, and no one knew what it was. There you go. That's the only one I'll do.
That was the best one.
That was a good one, wasn't it?
That was a good one to do.
After hearing Arrow say all this, Rosette's just like, and just so we're clear, this is not a common occurrence here. No. Monsters running through Neverwinter, and no, not a common occurrence.
All right. Then.
So what? Sorry, continue.
Love the voice, by the way. It's really good. Braddock is going to look to Arrow and just, with the thinking cap on, metaphorically, just be like, could you describe this monster in any way? Perhaps we can try and identify it, put our heads together.
The stories were all garbled. Nobody could say exactly what it was. They just said it was fast, fierce, rampaging.
I look at Romain.
Romain just like starts shrinking down in the seats. Is like, okay,
I didn't do it.
It wasn't me.
Seems we require more data.
And so in a similar but different
Vein of voice.
vein of voice, yeah. The creature was eventually subdued and restrained alive.
Oh, so
And
do you
then
know
in a
what
different
it is?
voice, you could go and investigate and find out more about it.
Where is it?
So it was captured.
It was
someone's-
captured.
Someone's captured.
Yeah, it's captured. And okay, this is like a police report. So it's being held in a building in the Blue Lake district. An empty building has been repurposed as a jailhouse to keep it there until a specialist arrives.
Well, lucky the specialists have arrived then.
He looks at you and
Yes,
he's
no,
like,
it is
yeah,
us, right?
are
That's-
they-
No,
I
no.
think-
He looks at you and he's like, you can see in his eyes, it's
Slight
you're not that special.
I do the mask and many faces thing, and I like turn into like a university professor, and it's like,
More like that.
Well,
I'll have you know we could be the specialists.
I have fought some monsters in my time, but I must say I'm quite intrigued.
Actually,
should we
so-
check it out?
at the risk of doing the same thing twice in 2 episodes, I have a maneuver I like to call the reverse broken stronghold. Is it guarded? Is it the city watch?
The building is guarded, so they've set up a place to restrain this creature.
Yep.
They had to repurpose an old jailhouse, and it's guarded. And he kind of sneakily tells you that the guards are just mercenaries, though. So it's not like, even though the previous one was a bit more like a police report, it's just like,
Whispers.
Yeah.
So we
And
can
this
easily take them
maneuver.
out.
I have a plan, but perhaps we should ask you some more questions. I will sit here and formulate.
Now, what is it? So, what is it that our mission precisely is? Is it to find out more about this creature?
Stop more of these creatures rampaging.
And
or-
how much will it pay us?
500 gold
Each.
collectively
I could make more
at
money
the
in a
moment.
week if you just sign up for this very short course.
I don't think you're supposed to admit you can make more money.
That's what they always say, though. And then you're like, well, why
No,
are you selling this
can
course?
make more money.
Yeah.
in a
Oh,
way.
you can make more money. In a
You
week.
don't say that.
I already have a Bentley.
So 500 gold to investigate the creature and find out where it came from.
Fair enough.
Okay, so where it came from.
Yeah, so there might be more after that once you tell me, once you find out what's going on.
I understand. Withhold information until more money is offered.
Yes.
Well, I'm sold.
Do we need to do it tonight, or can we do it in the morning?
What time of day is
Yeah,
it?
well, is it? I presume it's the evening. If we're
Let's
meeting
say
up.
afternoon.
Urgent. Is
Yeah.
this
It's,
quest?
I mean, it's held in the jailhouse.
So it's a short distance from where we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah,
We're in
yeah,
the same. We're in the same place
Yeah.
roughly, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And the
Yeah, there's no
original
challenge finding it or.
yeah, it's the original rampage attack as well. Was this earlier today? Yesterday?
Yesterday.
3 weeks ago?
Yesterday.
Very recent.
Yeah.
Wow.
So-
Okay. Okay. Interesting. I guess 500 gold it is.
Yeah. Are we also expecting any rival adventuring companies?
This job is just for you as long as you accept the job.
Right.
I'm not going to give this job to anybody else.
No, but are we expecting any other adventuring,
Non-Lisbon.
non-Mispin?
It's a fair point. It rampaged through the district. There might be other people out for revenge.
Well, I don't know of any.
Okay.
Yeah.
So time is of the essence, and those other adventurers, if they were such, are not operating under the purview of the law as well.
They can be murdered.
Yeah. You have to learn subtlety.
Do we know anything about the building that they're in, or is it a converted house? Or?
It's an old jailhouse.
Oh, it is a jailhouse.
Yeah, it's an old jailhouse. So like a. Oh, hang on. Sorry. An empty building was repurposed as a jailhouse. It wasn't an old jailhouse. Sorry, that was. It is now a jailhouse. I should read properly. I probably actually said that out loud.
Is there
Yeah.
also, Romain's already decided he's going to accept the job. So is there, before we go and try and get information at this jailhouse, is there anywhere or anyone that witnessed the rampage that we could speak to? Civilians? Or are they all dead?
I mean, Neverwinter's a pretty busy place.
Yeah.
Other people on the street definitely saw.
I was turned to the other side of the tavern. You there? Did you see this attack?
Yeah.
What does everyone just turn away as Romain tries to?
Yes, make up a whole NPC right on the spot for us, please. Thank you.
He's drunk.
But so there's just the monster in the jail.
Yes.
Well, it's guarded.
It's guarded.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's just mosey on over and play it by ear.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, the other thing, as you leave, hang on. You can have this scroll of knock, in case
Oh.
It comes.
in case for reasons.
In case for reasons.
Noted.
Somebody gave it to me. I thought it might be handy.
I'll hold on to the scroll.
Thank you, Arrow, and Razaz is already kind of like ushering everyone out. Now, this plan quickly.
Okay.
Do
So
we have a plan?
well, it worked. It worked a few weeks ago. I was thinking like a slightly different variation. Rather than us breaking in, right? What if I just convinced them to lock you up in there? And
Moi.
And I turn into like one of the city guards, and I just be like,
But we know they're not gods.
"No, I know, but I have a convenient excuse. I'll just get them to hold you for a few hours. You break out of wherever you are, and look at this
Romain
monster."
looks very unhappy about this, but then kind of turns like, it's very effective.
It saves all the sneaking and the getting your hands dirty. I promise I'll pick you up in about 3 hours.
Wait, what are you doing?
Well, I can't be in there with you for obvious reasons. I'll explain. Just go.
So you're foregoing 3 hours worth of your reward.
You'll enjoy this. I would suggest perhaps putting away the scythe. I don't know if you can tuck that into your pants.
I don't know if you've noticed. Because he usually just like slings it over his shoulder. Like, he holds it up, and it is like taller than he is.
I need you to look a bit more helpless. That's all.
I have something for that. So, the rich-looking fur cloak that Braddock wears is from an older Meld DDAL module called a Single Tearfall, and it was actually enchanted by an archfey, so it can change form. So he's going to activate the Cloak of Many Fashions, and it will become threadbare commoners' beggars' clothes.
Perfect. Just the usual suspects.
All right. So yeah, this the building that Arrow's told you about, he can tell you how to get there. It's like absolutely no problem finding it. I'll describe it as you come up to it, and then you can let me know how you want to deal with it, okay? The building where the monster is currently imprisoned is an ill-kept red brick house with brownish clay shingles that are common to the neighbourhood. This house is quiet and the front door is closed. So you're coming this way, this house.
Yep.
Yeah, like clearly you can't see in.
No,
So just imagine you can't see in. From the front, you can see a front door. 2 windows are on the front street side. One on the left window, one at the back, and one on the right.
Okay.
So that's what you can see. It's late afternoon. Yeah,
Are there guards out the front?
there's no guards out the front.
Okay.
No, so like you come here and you'll like literally see what you can see here.
Your
Maybe they're inside.
your sword, can you hide it?
Well, yes, I can
Oh.
put the sword down the back, cloak over, so it's just like,
You have long hair.
yes, I do.
You're actually coming in from that end. I just realised this is the back door. So pop your folks up that end.
All the better for the camera to see us breaking and entering.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ari.
if this doesn't work,
It doesn't matter too much. I just realised the inside
we can always
layout's a bit
take the
different.
traditional option.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm gonna look slightly askance at you putting the legendary elven blade
Yeah, well-
of Kareem down your pants.
You won't- Just down the back
Is
of
that a
my...
moonblade in your pants?
Yeah, well...
I actually have no means of hiding this.
I take it off you and I hold it in my hand.
How tall are you?
I can be whatever. I have
Okay.
alter self. I
Alright,
now look
yeah,
like a kind of a cheerful city guard, like maybe a front tooth missing, slightly ratty.
So
long
you're looking
hair.
like a city guard.
Yeah.
You've got your cloak looking all tattered.
Yeah.
I
You
was
two
already
look
in
like
tattered
normal.
I pull out a wine. I took some of the poor quality wine, which I was never going to drink from the thing, and I pour it. Like a little- just go.
Just for some smell.
Just for the smell.
All right.
Yeah,
You can only see one eye, but the
Yeah,
eye
that's it,
roll
yeah.
is like.
Are we meant to be like drunks that you've captured?
yeah, more or less.
Okay.
And I
Disturbing the
bang
scene?
on the door.
Okay, you're knocking on the
Yeah,
front door there.
yeah,
Okay,
yes.
you can open that front door. In the thing there, because it's far too.
Oh, yeah, sure,
There we
sure,
go.
sure.
Look,
Amazing.
and do me a favour and just grab one of the guards, and he can
Oh,
go
he's
to the front
fallen
door.
He's dead.
He's drunk.
He had a bit of the
Yeah,
wine as
good.
well. Oh, yeah, there you go.
And he says, as a guard probably would. Yeah.
G'day, Governor. It's Officer Pocket. We got told, Polly Pocket. We got told that you were running a bit of a makeshift jail here. I just need a little favour for a couple of hours. You see, every day I walk my route on the Bridge of Trades, and there's this baker, right? Nice shoulders, good hair, yeah? We have a bit of a thing, right? Turns out his fiancée had a big fight last night. She's packed off, moved to her mum's. It might be my only chance. Apparently needs someone to grind his flour and butter his buns or something.
Don't do much.
If you
He's
just-
starting to look like.
Yeah, I'm
spinning
deliberately
like
like,
on
I'm
off his
deliberately
story.
like feeding the thing, and she's like, look, I got a few of the local usuals. I got to take him to the city post. I think like one of them's a drunk, that one's a pervert. I think he. I'm not sure about that one. I mean, he's a hobgoblin, right? If you don't mind, if you could just hold them for 3 hours, I will, make the best use of my opportunity, and I will be straight back. Scout's honour.
Oh.
I think that one tried to show someone his Kelvin Blackstaff, if you know what I mean. So a few hours in the cell probably wouldn't,
Well, I'm not putting him in the cell. But okay,
You got.
Come on.
We heard that you guys were running a, we were told to stay away. You got some kind of top secret mission. If just to come on.
this is. I thought the
I'll
doors
skip
are
the
pretty
foreplay.
secure.
I'll be back in 2 hours.
Yeah, but and
And you want me to?
and.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is a pretty big favour.
This
I thought you were good at buttering bread.
I mean, Polly Pocket, you must have, you could, you want
You know I'm
someone
good for
to
it.
look the other way. Next time I'm good for it,
I don't know what I'm getting out of this.
In the favour of the city guard.
You want to make a person?
Yeah, I think we'll do a persuasion check.
Okay, so I'm very good at this.
Yeah, or I mean, you can
Stab
do
someone
either that or deception. It's probably really
I will take deception.
no. Persuasion can work too because you are looking.
Yeah, I just need a favour.
Yeah.
Next time you need someone to look the other way, I'll look the other way.
I think Razez is just happy he wasn't. the
That's
one labeled a
27.
pervert.
That's 27. All right. He looks still quite confused as to what that story was.
Just lock him up for a couple. I mean, we're not paid to be the brains here, okay?
But yeah, he's happy for the three of them to come in.
Okay.
He'll lock the door, shut the door behind them, and you're coming back soon.
Yeah,
that can work.
There you go.
What do we see immediately as we're being led in? What do we immediately? We're not even in handcuffs or anything. You're just holding your.
I'm just used
holding-
because that's
The whole
what I
point of the
did
spiel
last
was
time.
I was trying to make you sound as helpless as possible, like the town drunk, some hobgoblin that just defended someone on sight,
Yeah. So when if assuming you're going to come in, old building, this front area is been set up as a common room. You can see the bunks in the corner, a little table in the corner, some plates. drinks. This you can't see
Yeah,
into. Yeah.
It's just a door.
It's just a door with no internal windows on that.
Sure.
Yeah. But like it's just a flimsily
door.
made wall with a door in it. Yeah.
How many of the mercs are in here?
Exactly what you see. So the guy that you're talking to at the door, there's a guard there with the red hair. You three now, and like you can't see this bit yet.
So potentially more, but right now we see 2.
Yeah.
Can I just retcon that on the way we had a chat, and like my plan was you guys try and get locked up in the thing with, and I'll come get you, right? Like you.
Oh,
need to upset them
we
further,
understood
that's
that.
all.
I acknowledge the council's plan, but think it is a stupid plan. I have elected doing so.
So, do it my way.
So seeing these two here, Rizaz is just kind of like, so what's behind that door? Just going right and like, so what's behind there?
Kitchen.
Kitchen has wine.
Kitchen has wine, yes.
Stores.
Stores. Are
Some
they?
barrels.
Full of wine.
Do I think they're like they're just giving me just the kitchen, or do I think that maybe there is something more there? You know what I mean? Can I?
You can do an insight check.
Cool.
First roll of the game. Well,
Second.
not really, a second
Oh,
roll,
gee.
sorry.
17 plus 8 is
Lots.
25.
You asked a question which was, what's behind there?
Yeah.
He answered, kitchen. That sounds exactly like the logic. It sounds like he exactly answered the question you asked.
So what? And so Rizaz is just like making small talk now and saying, so if that's just a kitchen and this looks like a boring house, I don't even know what this building is. What are you doing here?
Oh, regarding the creature,
Creature?
I look at the others, and I look at myself. I'm like,
we don't
Only
just
just
sit
got here.
around in a house. Like, didn't you hear about the creature that like rampaged through town a couple of days
Did you
ago?
hear about the? I didn't hear the.
To be honest, I didn't believe the rumors. It sounds so fantastical.
I mean, there were kids on street corners calling out about the rampage. Surely you heard. Anyway, we're guarding it. Pretty big job here.
No, you're pulling my leg.
It's a really important job guarding the creature.
It can't be that scary if you're just keeping it in a house.
Well, it's not in the kitchen.
Well, where is it
well,
then? I only see the door to the
kind
kitchen.
I bend down. I try to look under one of the beds. I'm like, is it under there?
It's not under the bed. We don't keep creatures under beds.
You said
I
it was
think-
a monster, didn't you?
I get the logic.
Well, yeah, but it's a real one, not a 5-year-old monster under the bed monster. It's a
Right.
yeah, no.
Look,
It's not imaginary.
I understand. This must be a pretty sweet job to guard the monster and get paid by the city to do it. Good on you. Good on. Like he's
Yeah.
he's trying to like bait them to like. Yes, right. The monster. You can't tell because only the one eye. But I'm winking. He has to explain. I don't. He leans towards. I don't think that you're doing it. No.
No. I kind of look up. I'm assuming it's just like a thatched roof, single story building.
Yeah, not in great condition.
No monster up there. Not under the bed. Not in the kitchen.
I'm starting
So
to think.
where?
Well, in the basement.
Oh.
What did you think?
Clearly, we weren't thinking enough.
No.
Like, you know, basements, they're sturdy. They're good places to keep monster creatures. I'm not going to keep them in the kitchen. I'm going to eat all that food.
Question. If you're meant to be guarding it, what are you doing up here and not in the basement?
Well, we're in the front.
Uh huh.
Old mate's
So-
in the kitchen.
So there's more
there-
of you.
And he, and I don't know, he make up a name, I'm not going to make a name. Is down, what do you think we are?
But if the monster's not here, and not in the kitchen, it seems to me like
You ask really weird questions.
He's drunk.
this normally works better when the person you're trying to pull the wool over their eyes is more intelligent. But
Braddock's just gonna like cut through the chaff and just be like, "Can we see the creature? It sounds really cool. Come on, why not? We got some time to kill."
Is it dangerous?
Well, I don't know. Oh, a rampage through the city. I'm not meant to let anybody down there. Just because you ask. But you're stuck here for 3 hours, aren't you? Because the boss let you in.
look, you let us in here as a favor, wink wink nudge nudge, correct? So then no one technically knows we're in here. So then if something happens to us, like, because we're very helpless criminals or something like that, then you're not going to be put on the line for our well-being.
We were never here.
We were never here, remember?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's how it works. Anyway, look, maybe I could let you have a look. This is where somebody could give us another persuasion check. Probably Zez.
Well, we're all kind of helping out. Do you
Yeah,
reckon that
yeah,
would
you're
be-
all helping out.
I'm
You
more
could do
than
that at
happy to help.
advantage. Yeah.
Here, go on then.
All right. With a +6, that's a 12 plus 6, 18.
18.
Persuasion.
Yeah, with an 18, look, he looks like maybe he'd like something else.
Oh my goodness! All right.
But he's got a little thing, holding his hand out.
Corruption's really bad.
But,
in this city.
Yeah. Bad in that they're not good at this.
But if you don't, it also looks like he's aware that you're not paying any attention. So
All right.
I think he'll lay down.
Okay.
He's hoping.
If I do eventually spot the handout, I'm like, just kind of like give him the high five, like still pretending to hold my wrists together and like I'm totally chained with no
Nothing.
chain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So
Ooh.
can one of you can reach this a bit better than me. Stand that up. We'll put a door back up.
Yeah.
Da da da. And I'll find a creature.
Oh, I'm assuming the ladder's meant
And the
to-
ladder, and you'll come down the ladder from. There's a trapdoor in here. He'll let you down the ladder.
What does the guy in the kitchen say as we get left through?
Well, the
Nothing.
other guide will be just like
Just like
city inspectors.
It's been upgraded.
We could use that next
Yeah.
week.
Rizez is very like, oh my goodness, why is I'm so used to having to bullshit wizards. This is what is going on here?
All right. So as you go down, an old set of dusty wooden stairs leads into a cold, damp basement that smells like sewage.
What about
Oh, I'm off having a great time in a pub for like 2 hours.
Yeah, you're just gone.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Buttering bun.
that's okay.
Kneading flour.
A single wooden chair populates this basement next to a bell attached to the wall. At the far end of the room is a newly installed jail cell. A strange, cowering creature is imprisoned within.
That's a wrinkle.
So that clearly,
Yeah.
one guard. Yeah, one guard was down here. Creature that you can see through the doors.
does the creature appear to be like what is the creature's disposition? Is it like
No, so the creature is like cowering in the shadow, in its cell, with its face hidden behind one of its enlarged arms. So, something's gone on there. What you can see is that it looks like this is normal human-sized person. But it looks like on its skin, pieces of like scaly skin have been attempted to be like grafted and sewn onto it in like lots of different places around its body.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
Like,
its face is kind of a bit contorted, a bit kind of animalistic, but it's not like at the
Yeah.
bars like swiping at you or anything. It's more kind
Very
of cowering. Yeah.
fascinating. Rizez like drops all pretense, like, oh, I'm drunk or something, and just like like almost like out of my way. Look, let me look at the thing. Walks right past the single guard there to try and get a better look at the creature. Well, hello there. What are you? He says as he tries to, size
Investigate.
up. Yeah, investigate. Might I make perhaps would it be an arcana? Would it be a nature?
So, wisdom or medicine, something like that, will help you understand a bit more about like what
Happy
is
to
going
go
on with its body.
With a medicine.
So medicine, that's where medicine fits in pretty well there.
It's only a 9, but that adds 8 still, so that's
Oh, wow.
a
Plenty. It's a plenty.
17.
With that, you can tell that it looks like his body is not at all managing to support, these new grafts, and it's like really looks like you think he's only got a few days to live, and I don't know how you would kind of infer this, but you reckon that his mind will probably continue to degenerate as well, and go. So yeah, it looks like it's certainly not got long to live
Sure.
because of
Yeah. Whatever
these
is going
modifications
on
that have
with
been made.
this.
Yeah.
That's a person, Rizez says.
And it definitely was a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at this point, I don't know about the rest of you, I'm ignoring this guard at this point, just like talking. That's a person. Hello, are you able to understand me? He says, like standing right at, like he's not afraid of just.
And
like,
would you like that would be like the same kind of voice you just did there, like kind? Yeah.
hello,
Okay.
like exactly that. Like, can you hear me?
Yeah, you can see his face kind of just clear a little bit as he hears your voice and as he hears a human voice, because he might not, the guard's probably not been sitting there talking to him kindly.
Yeah.
And he kind of comes up a bit closer and just looks interested to hear you.
Oh, hello, darling. What happened to you? Rizez is sort of like looking at where the skin, like his regular sizeness meets the scales or whatever you described.
Yeah, scales, yeah.
Does this look like, because you used the word grafted.
Yep.
Does this look like it was surgically, you know what I mean? Like, are there stitches? Is this
it says
magic? Like, is it
grafted
just like,
and stitched.
that is fascinating. Come have a look at this. Rizez points out he says, come look at this, and looks at both of you and like, I actually don't know which of you would understand what this, you look.
I point.
It's funny, I haven't mentioned this yet, but my character also has an eye patch, which is just so.
Left.
Yeah, left eye. But you can see around the eye patch is the faint kind of remains of what look like magical scarring. Some kind of magical illness or damage has occurred. And from the wand, you would go, okay, this guy's probably a wizard, probably has had some bad interactions with magic in the past, so it's a reasonable assumption. And Braddock's just going to walk on over. He probably stuck his wand like up his sleeve or something, and he's just going to very carefully pull out the wand and cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, it's okay. This isn't my module, so I just have to check things. I mean, as in, it's my module DM, but not mine. I didn't write. So I just have to check whether I know that as a DM.
This wand was made from the shell of a fairy dragon egg.
Look, I think that you will get some remnants of transmutation if I need to correct that later, I might, because it might be written somewhere
Yeah,
else.
that sounds reasonable, yeah.
Magic,
Sounds very logical,
but
actually.
like not super, not crazy strong.
Like this is not a direct result of transmutation magic, as if transmutation was involved somewhere in
Yeah,
the process.
yeah.
Okay. Just taking in this information, looking at the creature, would I know of any spells or anything that would cause this kind of madness?
No, you've never seen or heard about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is beyond my knowledge, but it is intriguing. Try and talk to it more, see if it has something to say.
Hello.
Help me!
What was that?
Help me!
How?
Darling, what happened to you?
Captive.
Yes, you are currently a captive.
Captive where?
Big room.
Clearly not this. Very small room.
He puts his hand in front of his nose. Sewers.
Ooh.
Did you tell us you were looking for an abducted friend at any point?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Also, I forgot I was
Yeah, I
supposed to be
forgot about that as well.
Thank you for reminding me. I will murmur out of the side of my mouth and say, I feel like this is probably not the first instance of something like this happening. I myself had someone I know go missing recently.
It's probably not going to do anything, but I like to waste spell slots. I would just want to cast Calm Emotion on him to like see if that helps, like, well, because it stops Charm, Frightened, whatever. Just in case that helps, like, give him any sort of lucidity.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
And just sort of.
I
Like,
think not
reassure
because
him.
of like really
Yeah.
mechanical spell reasons, so
yeah,
don't,
yeah.
don't read into
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
But like, yes,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
calms down a little,
Okay.
and instead of speaking in like just, you know, kind of single words, you'll just get. I mean, he'll just be able to speak a bit more clearly. He'll tell you that there were you know that there were others. He'll kind of mention somebody like a noble called the Professor.
Ooh.
It's always wizards.
Um,
Doesn't even say wizards. Like, that's just what Razez says. It's always wizards.
and he'll mumble, you know, like kind of in the Professor's voice about the purity of my work being tainted. So he'll learn about that.
I've seen this before. Power mad wizards. Never good.
All of them, but
He'll talk about the sewers and water, like again. So he'll say that a couple of times to you. And yeah, if he might have heard you say about power, and like get angry at that.
It's all right. It's all right, darling. Yeah. So Razez is just trying to calm him down. Like, well, with my medicine roll from earlier, I think he's doomed.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely doomed. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely think he's.
Remain now hearing more of the story and realizing, oh, okay, putting it together, probably enchanted, transfigured, made to do this. You know, what were you told to do? Like,
Experiment. Not told anything.
so when you, yesterday, when you were released, what were you told?
No, I wasn't released. I broke out.
Oh, you broke out.
Yeah, escape.
Do you know how or where? Like, what helped you escape?
Scratched at the door. Door busted. Ran.
Right. Okay.
Got out. Got caught.
I think.
Less of a rampage, more of a
Around,
scared creature that
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Razez turns towards the two of you and whispers, "I think we should. I think we should try and find this place as soon as possible, lest there be more like him."
Braddock will whisper back and say, yes, we definitely should do that, but we're prisoners for the next couple of hours, so
I'd
we
like to
might
see
need
the
to break ourselves out.
Rosez says, don't worry. He just hand waves that, and like this whole time, there's just a guy there. Like,
I mean, this has only been a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Really.
I turned to the guard that's down here and I went, well, doesn't seem that scary, does he?
I think.
You don't think that's scary?
You know what I think is scary? Pull out the long
Do it.
As he's doing that, Rizez wants to just go back to the bars where. What's your name, darling?
Victor.
Victor. Everything's gonna be all right. I'm lying. I know he's gonna die.
Can I,
but yeah.
can I as DM like interrupt this scene? Is that all right?
No?
Is it,
No, it's
no,
not.
you want to let them keep rolling?
Yeah, no.
I did have an
character's
exit plan. That's the only reason.
Do you want to just like, do you want to plan with them as for your exit plan?
Well, I wasn't gonna, I wasn't necessarily gonna wait the 2 hours. I was gonna give them enough time.
Were you now?
Make us do all the dirty work.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
very
if,
much
if you
so.
just turn up, then you can just tell me.
No,
when
no,
you
no,
turn
no, no.
up.
It's better. It's better.
Okay,
It's better.
okay,
I knock on the door.
okay. That's fine. Yeah. Sorry, I misheard you.
No, no,
Yeah.
I just want to try and like bedside manner,
Yep.
dying man. Do you need a persuasion check for that, or just the calm emotions and?
No, I don't need anything else.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. It'll be all right. I'm just trying to. It's okay.
Find the professor.
Whilst this is all happening, me pulling out a longsword, this is scary.
Okay, I mean, the guard will do like, you think that's scary? That's.
And then I bonus action turn on the blue flame.
Whoa! Where'd you get that?
I'm not the
Friends.
kind of fighter that can figure out his HP. Otherwise, I would have just put him to sleep. Oh, for goodness sakes! Is he gonna stop me from just walking up the ladder?
No.
I'm just gonna.
No,
walk
because
up
there's no problem. I mean, you were let down to have a look at
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
He's just there. He'll
Romain
let you
can
go back
have
up.
his sword measuring contest
Yeah.
with the guard.
I mean, he
Rizez is
didn't think you
gonna-
were going to kill him for letting him to the zoo. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, you can go back up now if you
all
want.
right, it seems fine. Turned off.
Yeah.
Braddock, let's just-
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll
he's
follow you
impressed
out.
by that sword.
Very good.
Yeah.
Made a friend.
As we go back, I assume this is when the knock on the door.
Yeah, knock on the door.
happens.
Okay.
It's the university professor.
Yep.
I'm the expert. Who are these clowns? What have you done, man?
Okay, you look like a university professor.
They're expecting an expert.
Yeah. No, I'm just improving to figure out what might happen now.
I was told there would just be the
okay.
guards. Who are these? Just get rid of them now.
He turns around and he's like, you lot, out. And he's going to shuffle you out.
Back into the town to wreck. I don't whatever.
Yeah. They just some extra guards.
That
We
was
were-
if,
we were
I,
having
if,
lunch.
I, if I heard a commotion, that was my.
Yeah, no, there's
my
no
exit
commotion.
plan.
Just
Yeah.
grabbing. Well, I don't know how much I can grab because I'm actually short for an orc, so I'm just like, come on, let's go. We're getting out of your hair. Like,
All right. Yeah.
Rizez is so
Over the.
over this because it's like, why is this not? Anyway, let's go.
But of course, the guard wants you in now.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I've got to report to my superiors about this.
Don't you even want to look at the creature?
This will be deducted from your pay.
Why would you do that?
We've been waiting for you.
Well, we'll wait a bit longer then, man. You've let half the city in here.
They're my mates.
just
We're just
turn.
having some lunch.
I will turn and walk off.
Okay. All
We're
right.
all just walking in the same direction. I don't even care at this point.
Wow.
All right.
Sure.
This is where we will take a break.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And when we get back, you can let me know what you're going to do.
Sounds good.
We're allowed to have a break to plan more shenanigans.
You can plan more shenanigans.
I think we should have
figure out what you
planned
want
that
to do.
one.
Yeah.
Welcome to 5 or 8, a brand new 6-part series exploring the wonderful world of board games. Each week I'll offer recommendations, we'll check out some great events and venues around Melbourne, and I'll chat to some fascinating folk over a game. Join us soon.
Welcome back. What would you like to do?
Before we head into the sewer, like as we were leaving, I think Rizez would just want to make a quick stop to see if Arrow's back in the thing, and he says there, like he gives him up, like there is a person there. He is clearly a victim of some sort of experimentation go wrong. I don't care what strings the Mistmen have to pull. That poor man needs to be let out of there, pronto. And then inform him we are like, I know he's technically our boss, but this is
This is how it is.
this is I'd like to speak to the manager anyway. But
Sure thing, Karen.
No, I mean you can. Yeah, no, he listens to you.
Yeah.
Hears what you have to say because he doesn't really know much about it either.
Yeah.
He gave you that quest.
yeah, and
honestly,
let him know that
yeah.
we are now following
Yep,
up
yep,
on
yep.
the other.
Okay, no, and he lets you know he will figure out how to sort it out.
Does
Yeah.
he know any nobles that go by the nom de guerre of the professor?
Let me just. I don't think he does. But just
Because
let me-
we may also need to
make
tell
sure
that
it's not in the
person that they're
background.
in trouble.
You said noble, didn't you?
I
presume
Yeah,
you
I
guys
think-
told me the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that, and that too. Yeah, I don't think Arrow has anything to
Fair
add to
enough,
that. Yeah.
And that's what happened before we went to the sewer.
Yeah.
On the way to the sewers, things and stuffs, as Joel likes to say, I'm going to cast Mage Armor
Okay.
on myself.
Very important.
And as we arrive, I will recast Detect Magic.
Okay, all right. I mean, look, this is a city. You know how to get into the sewer grates in the road. No, like, you know, we know how sewers work in fantasy cities.
I'm assuming we've aimed for the sewer entrance where
Close
the
to where the-
close to where the rampage happened.
Yeah,
Um,
that would make sense.
and that's it's going to be, considering a rampage just happened, either the area's still probably quietish,
Yeah.
or
Everyone's
it'd be
there.
expected that adventuring parties would be going in
Yeah,
to try and
if
figure
you
out.
walk up
would-
confidently to a sewer grate, open it up and head down,
Oh, you know, just-
nobody's stopping you.
Just one
Yeah.
block over. We see it's there.
Yeah.
One block over.
I mean, look, Arrow could have also
Yeah.
clued up the
pull
city
pull
guard.
some strings.
Yeah. You're gonna be able to. That's gonna be no problem.
I think no one wants to meet Officer Pocket again.
Yeah, no. We're
Sorry.
that
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, and you're back in looking like yourself.
He was a little out of pocket.
Is your cloak still tattered? All right. Yeah, so you can easily find your way to the sewers, head down to the sewers. So as you get down, start walking, through the sewers. As you imagine, it doesn't smell very good down there.
I was going to say,
Disgusting.
like how disgusting.
Yeah,
is
how disgusting. The foul atmosphere of the underground sewers suddenly becomes 10 times worse. So it was pretty bad, and suddenly it's really, really bad. With a rush of putrid water and dark slime, the water from a spillway up ahead rises up and forms a wave of sewage water that crashes down towards your direction.
Good lord.
So everybody please make a dex save
Oh dear.
as you get covered in a wave of sewer
Is
water.
there enough? Is there enough ceiling that I can fly up?
This happens
it's a
really
tidal wave,
fast.
alright.
Yeah.
gonna go
It's and it fills it. There's
Dex
No! It's so bad.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
this is a tier 2, so maybe.
Yeah. I have options.
Don't waste them all on the poo tidal wave.
Yeah, well,
Braddock, how'd you go?
That's an 8.
All right, 14 bludgeoning damage, and you're knocked prone.
Ouch.
Remain?
if I say a 10 before telling me anything, is that a fail?
Well, I mean, you could probably guess that a 10 in a tier 2 game
Is a fail?
with
If-
a big, tidal
Tidal
wave.
wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was to add an extra 3 by using one of my Fortune of the Many, do I think that's
You
going to
feel
be
that
still
this
not?
tidal wave is really big.
Look, I will use
Yeah.
it, but it will still be a fail. So
Okay, 14 bludgeoning damage for you as well, and knocked prone.
There's a-
Edgy?
21.
No bludgeoning damage, and Not halved either. So you are fine. You avoided it. Maybe
I
you
floated
did
up to the ceiling and
fly
was just
up
like
fast
hanging
enough.
up
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And
Does a-
Razez?
Does a 15 succeed?
A 15 takes 14 bludgeoning damage.
If you
and
tell
you're
me it's
and you're
16,
prone.
I will be so pissed off because I have a negative one to this. So don't tell me.
I won't tell
me what it is.
you that.
In the aftermath, as we're all dripping with
14, you said? Sorry? Sorry, was it 14?
14.
14.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Sorry. continue.
Braddock is just going to take off his tattered rags, which he didn't bother transfiguring, wring it out as best as he can, and then turn his cloak of many fashions into a raincoat.
Okay.
Nice.
And then also activate his winged boots and fly up to where hedges on the ceiling.
All right.
Oh dear, and things are
And,
happening.
things are happening as you're doing that.
Please tell me
So
they're not
as the water
made of the water.
flows away, these things are made of water.
Of course they are.
You see 3 creatures made of water. Roll initiative, and those of you who failed have disadvantage on your initiative rolls.
All right.
Of course.
Got some words for Johan after this.
These little guys that look like little guys are actually large creatures, so they're all 3 of them are, are technically large size.
I feel like the worst place for a water elemental to live would be the sewer. Like if I was a water elemental,
I would
like a nice clear stream. I would not like to live in the sewer.
No, but then you're not competing with other water elementals for the
Okay, all right, yeah, fair point.
real estate is
Real estate is
hard.
tough.
It's hard to get by through, even for elementals.
Is that really the best?
It's a 3 because the 18 is not.
Well, I can't use my natural 20. I will use the natural 19 though.
Oh, nice, very nice.
This one
Oh, wait,
is...
it's not even a 3 because I have a neg 1 initiative.
All right.
It's unusual. for
Anyone
you,
over
isn't it?
20?
Yes,
Yes.
even with disadvantage.
Which way am I
22.
going to go? I'm going to go this way. All right. 15, 20? I haven't done this for so long. Like, how does initiative
How
work?
does he?
10 to 15.
Why, yes.
Why, yes?
With a disadvantage roll of 14.
Okay. You are here.
Oh, good.
Then this is the big guy. He's not really.
Okay.
Like, this is the bigger
Yeah,
creature.
yeah.
We're down to 5 to 10.
9.
9.
Just
Respectable.
put me at the end.
Okay. So then these guys. And poor old Riz is at the end. Alrighty.
This is the
It's been a
moment
rough
where-
morning. You had wine poured on you.
Yeah.
What else do I need to
Sword
tell you?
poured on you.
Yeah.
What exactly do we see rise before us?
So you see 3 watery creatures. One of them is, like, they're all technically large creatures.
Yep.
One of them is slightly larger than the others and looks tougher.
Got it.
Is that good?
Okay.
They're made of sewer
yes,
water.
what would you like to do?
All right. Well, I'm going to pull that long sword and grasp it with 2 hands, and with my bonus action, activate the flame blade. I'm going to start with the little one. Let's just walk up. Well, I can get to both of them from there. And then I'm going to attack the little one. Using. That'll be 10 plus, I know my pluses, 10 plus 8, so 18
Yep,
to hit.
Yep, plenty.
Really get 2-handed plus that, plus, we won't go all out just yet. It is maths. 11 points of magical slashing and 6 points of fire damage.
All right, 11. And the flame doesn't seem to cut through
Okay.
this.
Because
As well
it's
as
water.
you'd hoped.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I'd
So it's
take that
11
as
and 6, so 11 and 3 is 14.
11 and 3, so 14.
Okay, and that was,
Attack number 1 to the little one.
yep.
Not looking as barely anything.
It's dripping a bit.
It's true. Okay. We'll do the second attack, which is 14 on the dice plus 8 is 24.
Yep.
Let's add a telekinetic thrust onto this one as well.
22.
Yes, 22. Sorry, I can't math. Thank you.
Oh, anyway, it was
just
plenty.
yeah, I was like-
and I'd already said it was plenty
keeping
for
you
a
honest.
lower one. Yeah,
And let me
they're not wearing anything armor-like, you know.
6. So it's 6 points of slashing, 6 points of force damage from the telekinetic thrust feature, and then 7 halved to 3.5. So 3 points of fire. So 6.
Okay, got it.
6.
I added it up
Yeah.
as I went.
Brilliant.
Yep.
And then I will just remain there because I've already used my bonus action, kind of waiting for them to do something.
Okay. Cool. Braddock.
Braddock will have a look at these perfectly aligned creatures.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And he is going to fly over this way just to get enough of an angle that he can do his favorite level 3 spell that isn't Fireball, which is Lightning Bolt.
So, do you want to get him like here?
Yeah,
that
15
way?
feet this way.
Like
If I
there?
provoke, I'll provoke. That's okay.
I'll just say you were a bit other behind.
Thank you.
Because the wave had come and then creatures. I didn't necessarily say that you were all
And
right in melee with them.
I did
So-
try and slip in under the wire that I flew up to the ceiling as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
we're
okay.
right. We're right.
Let's do 8d6 lightning damage with a
What's
DC
this say? Is
17
it-
dexterity
Okay,
save.
cool.
My favorite sound.
You do that while I do
Zap.
some dex
Hey-o!
saves.
Oh.
All right. 6, 10, 15, 20, 24, 26, 29, plus 5 because I add my intelligence as I'm a level 10 evoker.
Nice.
So 34 lightning damage.
What was
please.
the DC? You said 16?
17.
17, okay. The two little guys passed with really good rolls. The middle guy,
I'm sorry to hear that.
fails a lot.
Okay.
So-
34 or halved to a number that is half of 34.
So 17, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
17?
Oh, I've got to add 17 to that, which is live maths.
Oh, it's nerve-wracking, isn't it?
Carry the
and
1.
in my head, and 34. Let me just check that there's no. Yeah, no, they all take regular lightning. Okay, and 34 for the big guy. All right. This one's looking pretty hurt.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Well, that's all for my turn. Thank you.
Okay. So it's my turn. And. All right. Lightning aside, this big guy's going to move into your space.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so we're just imagining it's
Yep.
right in your space.
Just what I need.
And attempt to whelm you. So
Mm-hmm.
please make a strength save.
A strength saving
Yep.
throw. I am good at these. Well, I should be good at these. I'm going to use one of my lucky points to re-roll that. That's better. Let's go with 18.
Okay, that
Turn on
is
the dice plus
you are
8.
strong. You have saved.
I don't need to be knocked
On
prone
a
at
failure,
all.
you take that. And you don't take anything. If the saving throw is successful, you're pushed out of its space.
Okay.
So let's just. Whoop.
I'd probably just push
Yeah,
further
you
back.
push yourself back. I'll move it into your space, and I need to do a thing. And it's like I can't do that again. So I had to take a breath. That's its turn. God, I really haven't done this for a long time. Edgy.
Okay. How tall is it in here?
The cavern, the sewer tunnels.
Can't imagine it's that tall.
Sewer
I just
tunnels.
wondered if I can shoot
10
over.
foot tall rounded ceilings
So I think I could
in the
probably
passages, yeah.
float up enough that I could see over Romain's head.
Okay.
So the little one that he'd already
Hit.
whacked a few times.
Yep.
So I'll float like, yeah, I guess if it's 10 foot tall, I'll float 5 foot in the air.
Yep.
And so I'll cast Scorching Ray because I'm a warlock. It's 4th level, so that's 5 rays.
Okay.
So first ray is
Do you have to cast them all at once?
no.
Okay.
So first row is 16 to hit,
16 hits.
10 damage.
Okay. Really, really hurt.
The second ray is, 19 to hit.
Yep.
7 damage.
Plenty.
Still there or?
No, it dead.
Okay.
What is Scorching Ray? Oh, hang on. Scorching
Fire.
Ray is fire.
Yeah, I don't know if it does half or.
Scorching Ray is fire.
Yes.
The first one
leave it
is-
there for a moment. Then.
Yeah, a little bit more. A little. It's
Ray number 3.
Yeah.
19 to hit for 6 damage. Keep cooking.
Given I'm not going to undo all that math and redo the math, I think we're good at it.
5.
A puff of smoke.
All right.
Puff
and
of
then two more.
Steam.
yeah, steam.
2 more rays at the other little guy.
Okay.
Let's roll one time. I should have actually, because it's separate. But anyway, I'm going to say a 22 and a 27 both hit.
More
for
than
a
enough.
Total of 15 damage.
So that's full, and before I halve it.
That's the full damage.
Yeah,
You're going
okay.
to halve it for the fire. Yeah.
So 15, 8, that many. Alrighty.
Yep.
Nice work.
I'll just stay floating slightly.
All right.
Behind.
Okay, so you took out one that was about to do a thing. The one that Edgy just scorched will turn on Braddock and try to, like, kind of, you know,
Go
grab
on,
around
let's go.
you. So, does a 13 hit?
It does not.
I didn't think it would. And nothing else happens.
Cool.
All right, we are up to Razez.
Cool. Razez is just like disgusting, and he takes his
It was probably a
Because
wizard
this is a
responsible.
sewer elemental, not a water elemental.
the big guy hasn't like the big guy is very healthy still.
Very
Very
healthy.
healthy.
Yep.
Cool.
Like a little bit of damage, but
He takes his staff, it's not staff, his scythe, and starts doing the big twirl thing, and wind starts to coalesce around him. I am casting Spirit Guardians, and like the dust just turns into like faces start to appear in it. It is necrotic damage. I am evil. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Not really. I will put myself here. I believe that is like in melee with both of them because they're large.
yeah, they're both,
just
yeah.
there. So this is the
Spirit
first
Guardians happens on their turn, doesn't it?
first time within the round because they've already had their turn this round.
Yep.
The first time they step foot into the space during the round. So that would be now.
Okay, cool. Okay, right. Yeah, I know it's not quite the same as computer games where you can just like put it on and walk into things.
Yeah, just once a round.
Yeah.
This is the time during the round.
Okay.
That is a wisdom save of 16, please. 4, 3.
Ha! That one. Not going to add anything to that.
This is for
Oh,
both.
for
of them.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a 2 on the dice for the other one that I also won't add up to.
Okay, cool. That is 14 plus 5 is 19 necrotic damage.
Okay.
That's me.
The whole round, I was like, what's Razez going to do?
Alrighty.
I don't have 2 attacks
Um,
yet. So.
Yeah. Yeah. This one is starting to look pretty rough. That one's, you know, hurt, but nothing.
not with the
Yeah,
familiar.
yeah. We are back to the top of the round
Yeah.
to remain.
All right, let's just continue wailing on the big guy.
Alrighty.
I'm going to say the first attack is a miss.
Just something like this. Like he's not wearing armor. It's just a big pile of water,
Mostly water.
Well,
mostly water.
I'm
You can
assuming
still swipe and miss.
I'm
of
assuming a
course.
10 is a miss.
Yeah. Okay. 10 is.
If I
miss.
made it a 13, would it still be a miss?
No, it would if it was the other one.
Damn it.
So it's just a 14. It's a 14.
Oh,
You can figure this out soon.
curse me. Not that
Stop
die
taking your chances. I'm kidding.
Well, I'll take a crit then.
Okay. You do that.
Let's do.
Let's do some maths.
Let's do. Oh God, maths. Live maths is never great. We are doing 13 plus 4 is 17 points of magical.
Just do it in bits. So 17.
17
is,
slashing. Then, oh, that's terrible. That is 11, so half because this is the fire portion.
Okay.
So 5. And then for a telekinetic thrust is 7 plus 2 points of force damage, so 9.
Okay.
It's an
All right,
absolute
getting there.
delight to watch your turns, by the way.
And then for my bonus action, let's just roundhouse kick it to the face
All
as
right.
well.
Doesn't have a face.
Well, to the facial area, 14 plus 8, which is
20.
22,
Yep.
as Mike reminded me before. And I can't remember how I do. This is D4. 8 points of damage with an unarmed strike.
Okay. Yeah, some of that doesn't look like it quite lands, unless your unarmed strikes. Are your unarmed
No,
strikes
no,
magical?
my unarmed strikes are not magical at this point.
Yeah, cool. Okay. All right. There was some good good damage in that lot there.
Yes, and I will end my turn once more,
Okay. Have it a break.
right next to it.
Cool. So I'm in melee with the one next to me. It tried to take a swipe.
Yep.
I managed to dodge it or
Yep.
what have you. I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp and
Okay.
see if I can get it back, which is pretty decent, 25 to
Yeah,
hit.
plenty.
For 10 lightning, because I add my intelligence to it, so 10 lightning.
Okay.
And now that I've stolen its reaction, it can't hit me. I'm going to move across just 25 feet that way. Yeah, still floating in the air, and that's my turn.
Yeah, it's starting to look like, moats of water, sewerage water. All right. So big guy.
I'm beside him.
Yeah.
Remain's beside him.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
he'll
also, yeah.
he'll go for Azez this time.
Yeah.
We'll vary it up. Tries to get in.
Yeah.
Well, it gets into your space. No, it can't do that because it didn't recharge. It is. I know what we'll
Did you
do.
roll to recharge?
I mean, there's 2 people. I did roll to recharge, and it didn't work. There are 2 people. It will make 2 slam attacks, 1 at each of you. 15 plus.
Oh, also on the start of its turn, my spirit guardians will need to make a wisdom save as well.
Oh, okay. Let me do that first.
Yeah. So
On the start of its turn.
this round's damage is nice.
Got an 18.
That passes. So
Okay.
it takes half,
It'll take half.
which is, I already just calculated this. 19 halved is 9 damage.
Okay. 90 number. All right. All right. What were we doing? We were doing.
One on me, one on Remain.
Yeah. And so on you is a 22 to hit.
That will hit
On
the-
Remain is a crit.
Oof.
Sorry. 2d8 plus
Turnabout's fair
4.
play.
Yep, that's just how it works.
6, 12, 16 bludgeoning
On-
for Razez. 7
And I will make my
and
save.
15 is 22 bludgeoning. Hang on, plus 4. 26 bludgeoning on
Okay. On Remain.
Remain.
I would like to use my reaction to, since I've taken damage, to telekinetically thrust it away from me.
Okay.
It needs to make a strength saving throw. The DC is 16.
Oh, 16 on the dice, and yeah, it's got a plus.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you will not be pushed away, and you'll take half damage. It was 8 force damage, so halve that to 4, please. And I will take 26.
All right. They're looking both like basically kind of just almost moats of water. All right. So that's
Just
all
to,
the things.
Just to clarify, I made my Constitution saving throw. I have advantage. I'm a warcaster. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Thank you for reminding me of that.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all good.
Great.
I passed.
Thank you. Edgy.
All the flying sewer water is making me nervous. This gown was very nice, so she'll fly back to the back wall. Unfortunately, I'm a warlock, so my spell slots are somewhat limited. So out comes.
If you need to go further, just like pretend there's a tunnel going that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. I'll just.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Just run.
Off screen. Okay.
Off screen. No.
Because the water. I was like the water was coming this way. That's kind of the tunnel.
What does the warlock do when it's run out of slots? Eldritch
Do the
Blast.
thing,
course it does.
warlock.
So the first one is a 17 to hit
Yep.
for 15 damage on the little guy.
On the big guy.
Little guy. Yeah.
Okay, that takes the little guy
It's
out.
force damage, by the way.
Yep, that's cool. It still takes the little guy out.
All right, and
Thank you. Kapow.
same thing. 23 to hit.
Yep.
For 9 plus 5, 14 damage.
It is exactly one more than you needed.
Chunk.
Oh, nice.
Very
Kapow.
efficient.
Motes of sewage everywhere.
Not on my dress.
No, yours didn't.
I know this isn't how the spell works, but I would like to hope that some of the necrotic energy just
He's like intercepting and fizzling out the filth.
Stuck an umbrella.
That's where I really wish I had taken prestidigitation, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I took frostbite instead.
How much is it at a time? Like prestidigitation? Like it's a foot, right?
Like a
Yeah,
foot
you
square.
can
and
clean
like-
up a
Especially
certain
a rock
amount.
gnome, so you can do it pretty quickly.
Yeah. Not as much.
All right, yeah, the water settles down. It's still smelly, like it's still in the sewer, but the overwhelming stench that started there settles off.
Remain's just going to turn the flame blade off, sheath it, just collect his thoughts for a moment,
Yeah,
maybe using a second wind and recovery of a psionic power, but because he is battered and bruised.
I'm also going to do second.
yeah. Does anyone have like okay
7,
passive perception? I forgot to ask earlier.
Nope.
I saw that you didn't because I always check your
18.
characters.
18.
Yeah. Okay, you both
No.
see, like in the, in the sewer, like a little, I don't know, like a cache, a little place that you could hide some stuff. You find a burlap sack. Assuming you look in the cache. I assume you look in the cache.
Yeah, we're pretty nosy.
Yeah,
out with the
yeah.
mage.
The
I mean,
sack
who
might
isn't?
be a good thing to wipe yourself.
It looks like it's got some stolen jewelry, some things and stuff that you could probably sell at market for about 500 gold.
All right. We'll hold on to that.
Yeah.
Next time Arrow gives us a mission, I think we should all agree that it should be at a winery.
Yes.
Somewhere nice in the sun.
Yeah, this is really taking a turn here.
Yeah.
This is below our station.
Jailhouses, sewers.
I heal for 12. Just fine.
Yeah, it was 13 hit points recovered for me. I'm still not looking great.
I can heal, but I don't want to use it.
Well, yeah, that's it's one of going to everything on full hit points anyway.
Yeah.
It's too early to ask for a short rest. But perhaps
As a warlock, it's never too early.
when there, when there is an opportunity,
Feels sleepy,
perhaps we
darling.
should avail ourselves and
Yes.
take a breather.
Yeah.
True.
Um,
All right, so we're
You're
here.
you're here. This happened pretty quick after
Like we
you got
literally
down
got down,
to the
we're
sewer.
like, okay, we're in the sewers. Oh no, we're half
Right.
drowning.
There's this whole mysterious area just next to us. and
Braddock,
we-
does your magic...
Yeah, just
Detect
imagine you're
anything?
just in a tunnel. So don't worry about what the map looks like there.
Uh,
You're
my-
just in the tunnel so far.
My detect magic is
Yeah.
probably, well, I actually never rolled a concentration check,
So make that.
which I do make. So it's
Okay, and
still
we
up.
also didn't talk about what you might have.
Yeah, what am I sensing magically?
In the you'll sense this generally, I mean, maybe a little on the walls, in the water, kind of general traces of, again, transmutation magic, and I checked earlier, necrotic as well. So you also would have felt that on the creature up. I just had to read too many pages ahead to remember what the detail was. So, but it's traces in the water, nothing really specific.
Would it be enough to use, for example, my wand as like a divining rod to trace back to its source?
Bloodhounded.
Yeah, I reckon. I mean, yes, because if you've gone down into the sewers, you've been hit by a wave of water, you could go forward or back right now.
Yeah,
So you'll
What's
definitely have a
stronger?
direction.
Yeah,
You'll be
which
able
way
to
is it
tell
coming from.
that it's coming. Yeah, you could do that.
If I have a rough heading, I will point it out to the party and just say, perhaps we should go on up ahead and be on our guard.
What is the light? I should have asked because I don't care.
That's all right.
What is
I
the
threw-
lighting situation
I
like
threw
in
it
here?
without telling you as
I
well.
don't think anyone here has a problem with that.
Lighting.
No.
All the passages and sewers are in complete darkness.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
There's no light source except for what you brought.
Okay.
Which I should, I
It
should
probably
ask
works
that
in our
as well.
favour, right? Although most
Yeah.
things down here probably count.
Do you have
See
bits of
either.
light? Like somebody got the light
I don't-
spell?
We are night vision.
Adventurers
double
always have, yeah.
But
You
also,
know, the usual, I have dark vision. I
Yeah,
have dark
rightio.
vision.
there. I have devil's sight.
I have dark vision. I have dark vision.
I am accustomed to life underground, and I have superior vision in
All right.
dark and dark. conditions.
Adventurers. All right.
I'm going to give all of them whatever you want. You can keep yours, or you can have 300 feet.
Are you going to do the Twilight Planet
Yes.
thing? Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, sure.
300 feet dark vision.
Remains something like, I've never been able to see this good
Yeah, wow.
in my entire life.
What's it
What did you
called?
do?
Eyes of Night.
Eyes of That's so badass. I
Yeah.
love that.
Also, because he didn't like what happened, I purposely don't give it to myself because someone might use it, but I don't like how low in the initiative I got. So I'm going to give myself Vigilant Blessing to give myself advantage on my next initiative roll.
Okay.
Right on.
How long does it last? Till sleep?
Ends after the roll. So
Okay, yeah.
When I
so,
use it-
it's on your next roll. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. All right. Yeah, it's not like being vigilant for a couple of hours. All right, you can continue walking up the passageway towards, where you're getting a sense.
Are we
some magic.
being quiet, or am I allowed to fly?
Yeah,
over
yeah,
The,
how do you wanna do
Am I allowed
this?
to fly over the
I'd like to fly as
the
well.
effluent
If we're,
rather than ruin my
Yeah.
dress?
yeah.
Yep, that sounds fine.
Sadly, I'm trudging with lack of light. But,
Yeah, so you're trudging. You're trudging
yeah, I can only fly for a minute.
at a time.
In darkness, 4 times I can fly for a minute.
Right, okay. Well, maybe you jump
Very
over some,
specific.
Yeah.
Some
Um,
particularly sludgy
I will,
bits.
I will mark off one of these because I don't think I'm going to use all of them. Just to specifically for flavor, if there is a particularly nasty part of the thing,
Yeah,
fly
Yeah.
over.
and laugh at Romain as he has to trudge through it.
I'm not going to
Thanks.
laugh at him. I'm just not.
They're all going to laugh at you.
yeah, well, yeah.
All right. So, it's still very smelly. Again, suddenly it gets worse when the already foul sewage smell gets overpowered by the stench of decay, mould, and fungus coming from a recessed iron grate in the sewer wall up ahead,
You said,
which with all that sight you can all see.
Yeah.
you said necromancy.
I did say necromancy.
I think I found. Oh,
I think we have to check it out. I mean, this is our mission.
Technically, our mission was
Yeah.
investigate
Did
the
anyone
creature.
bother
I think
to
we
negotiate again with Arrow for some more money?
I mean, the implication was that we would find the reason behind the rampage. I mean, that's
Yeah, he
kind of
didn't. He
the
didn't pay when Rosez went and talked to him again.
500 gold pieces, guy. I mean, that's a lot of money. I could scribe that scroll of knock that I got.
true.
I make that much in a week. You should hear about this.
please.
I suggest you go first.
No chance.
Yeah. So does anyone want to go have a look at the
Yeah.
the smelly iron grate in the wall?
I'm looking at Rosez and I'm just like, go on, come on,
Gods,
peer pressure.
My skills are more of the social.
gods
persuasion.
above.
Yeah.
I'm not even good at investigation. What are you talking about? That's an intelligence thing,
Okay, I'll
wizard.
go first. I don't care.
You go look.
I'll go first. Yes.
You can't let the wizard show you up.
No, I don't care about
Oh,
this.
wait,
sort
no,
of-
I'm actually pretty decent at all those things. So, like,
My job is to stand beside the wizard as they do their wizardy things. So I'm willing to I am willing to be the muscle beside you.
My wing boots are activated and they trail faintly glittering dust, so I'm just gonna float past you, and I'll go have a look at the grate. Let's,
Okay, cool.
let's see what we got.
I will follow right behind them just in case, literally need to pry the grate off or something.
Yeah, you can notice that behind the iron grate, I just was like, did I read this bit? Is a small stone chamber with walls encrusted with filth and sludge. A mound of corpses and bones fill the small shaft in the centre of the chamber.
Delightful.
Yep, I think
That's unusual.
Yeah, you can see that they've got clammy skins. They're
Well-
the skins are smooth and slimy, like salamanders. While some of the corpses have like chitinous, rotten scales on their skin.
All right, I was going to say the clammy bit. That's not so unusual in the sewer, and they're dead. The chitin, on the other hand, that is a little.
Do they remind you of the creature?
Is it a similar
Yeah, a
scale?
little. Yeah.
And I'm assuming just because the skin is the only thing that's been mentioned, they are not as hulked out as the guy we saw.
No,
Yeah.
and it looks like they've been there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy's name was Victor, right?
It was
Am I
Victor,
crazy?
yeah.
It was Victor?
No, it was
He
Victor.
has a name, damn
Get a
it.
name.
That's a
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
We will use it.
Could you
Is-
make a perception check?
Probably
or
not.
investigation?
Yes, I would like
Yeah,
to
do
do
that one.
investigation.
Yeah.
That's much better.
May
That is-
I make the perception because I'm also beside him?
Let's just see how it goes.
Investigation of a 22.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it would be plenty. You notice that one of the corpses appears to be a mage, like some robes maybe, but probably mainly because they seem to be holding onto a spell book.
Yeah, so I need to get in this room immediately.
Immediately, right
Can I
now.
just pull the grate out? Can I?
Just muscle
see.
it.
Yeah. I have technically I have gauntlets of ogre power plus powerful
Yeah, you
builds.
can
So
Join the
do
club.
us a strength check, athletics.
do I get
Two of
this?
them can yank on it, right?
Do I get?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
What if I come over to assist and,
Sure.
and do the help
can,
action?
You can definitely do that at advantage.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
does my powerful build not get me
Yeah.
anything?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
fair
more.
point.
If I help you and use Fey Give, you can also get some temporary HP.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take
And
that.
so can I. So I will.
Crit.
Quit.
We also each of us get 8 temp HP. Better than nothing.
As in a crit, a 20 crit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
20
Not
Yeah.
not
Yes. Yes.
a. that's
For a
the other
total
one.
of?
It's only
Yeah.
24, but
All right, you can easily pull the grate off. The mage is down the shaft a bit though, so you need to go down a bit. But I just remembered the couple of you are flying.
Can I just give it a gentle mage hand out of the
no, we,
dead
we
mage?
want to go in there to look at.
Speak for yourself, darling. Yes, of
yoinked
course. Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead.
8, you said?
Yes, 8.
Thank you. Okay.
Won't stop a meteor swarm, but you know.
Might I fly toward the mage and get my hands on that spellbook?
You definitely may.
All right then.
Whether or
Yeah.
not,
You get the spellbook.
whether or not Edgy
Adventure
does.
Yeah, I'll
Zez
give you the
is
spell
also
list
going
and everything later. if
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah,
Wow.
you get a spellbook.
It's like Christmas.
Nothing else happens. Yeah.
Razez is going to follow after Braddock.
Cool. I'm just like
Yeah, you get a spellbook.
looking at the spells. Are there like, okay, you don't have to tell me the whole thing, but
Yep.
did this mage have cool spells or are they just kind of crappy ones?
Here you go. You can have a page now because I don't need this page anymore.
I'll take the page.
And even if you read what else is happening, I hope they're good spells. They probably are.
That face says they are.
Well, all right, I'm going to scribe this one. I'm going to scribe that one. I'm gonna
All right,
scribe
we've
some
lost Braddock. What else do we
There you
see?
go. You can have a look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Pretty decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually
So
have
the
most of
bodies
them.
Yeah, we-
Is this
Any
room
self-respecting person would.
Any rituals?
No, this is just a little alcove with a grate in
magic.
front of it, a big
as in
pile
they
of
were
bodies.
just dumped in
Yeah,
here?
yeah. There's nothing else to be found.
Yeah, I need
The
to take
bodies, are they stripped? Are they like
Kinda cold, I'll
what can
take
I
that.
discern from looking at the
It looks
bodies?
like I don't know. Something might have. It might have been used as a dump. Something might have been stripping the. I don't know, like acid, like eating the skins, the bodies down.
Curious. This is slightly different from what Victor was suffering in that, he had a whole other body part grafted on.
Yeah, this looks more like a dump.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe this is where they're getting the body parts from.
Did the
Or-
Put
but
onto.
Or
It looks
depositing
very
them
much
after
like
they
a
were
dump.
done?
Okay.
Yeah.
Could these be failed experiments?
perhaps
I mean, I know when I'm like testing out something, it can
you dump the bodies
take
in
a
the
couple
sewer?
of tries, a whole pile of bodies,
I know they test out cooking, not
Would I be?
mutilation.
I mean, that's a fair point.
What
Edgy's
did-
not like he's more of a social character, but like one of these guys. Yeah, I mean, does it look like these are the results of failed experiments? Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
obviously in the character voice. Does this look like?
I would say most likely, and judging by the fact that the disappearances have probably been going on for quite a while, they
Your
would
friend
have.
in here?
Oh my God, is my friend in here?
Oh,
I'm supposed to be looking for my friend.
That's taken a dark
They're
turn.
too damaged.
Or
to
is the
tell whether
friend
it's your
the
friend.
spell books we found along the way?
I forgot about.
Jeremy! I have a
Oh, I
thing,
found a
I have a
spellbook.
thing.
Sorry.
I'm like excitedly flipping through the spellbook, and then I just stop and realize like my friend is probably in this pile somewhere.
You
I'm
see the
like,
name at the top of the, of the thing.
a moment of sober reflection, and then I put the
Goes
spellbook
back
away.
to I thought you were going to say goes back.
No. I put the spellbook away, and I think, oh man, all these lives, these precious lives, they're lost. For what? For some wizard's mad gains of power? I mean, I respect it to a degree, but they've gone too far.
What did
They've
I
gone
tell
way
you
too far.
about
That is actually a
wizards?
fair point. What are they doing? I still don't understand this, other than polluting the sewer. What do you
Well,
know?
it seems.
What are they building?
My guess is if Victor is a closer culmination of some sort of experiment, they want to create creatures like Victor, just more stable, perhaps.
Creating
whatever.
weapons, magical like.
Everyone's always after weapons. I suppose wizards need more muscle. Wink, wink at camera.
Sometimes can come in handy.
Is it like how Tesla's building the AI truck to get rid of the regular truck? Is that, are you threatened by that?
Oh,
yeah.
no.
I'm assuming
No, because
there
I
is
have
still
personality.
further in for
There's
us
still further in to go.
okay.
Yeah. This is just a thing that you noticed as you were going along the passageway.
Okay. We go back up. And
So keep going
Yeah.
along the sewers. After a little while, some amount of time. Some amount of time, I find some box text. You find a. Sorry.
Oh, there's fly on here.
So after some amount of time, you come across a large door.
And the traces with whatever is left of detect magic.
Yeah, because the tech magic's still up. Yeah.
The traces are
Yeah.
still all leading.
Yeah, they're still leading there. They're pretty strong now.
And at this point, probably the stench and everything as well.
Oh, the stench is like primarily just that you're in the sewers.
Okay.
I thought you were going to
Yeah.
say primarily urine.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get your mind out
Primarily
of the
just sewer smell.
We are
in
in
the
the gutter.
The literal and figurative gutter.
So there's a door.
There's a door.
I mean,
Perhaps.
I've never met a door I didn't want to knock on, but I'm resisting the urge.
gutter. It is an adventuring group's worst enemy, doors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I do the
It's a big double door.
the once over for traps, perhaps? Just
Yep.
just to have some
Yep.
modicum of like what
Do a good
adventurers
investigation
normally
check.
do. All right.
Yeah.
12.
Looks like a big double door. No tripwires.
I've declared the door safe to be probed further and perhaps opened.
All right. I'd like to go up to the door and listen at it. See
Okay.
if can I hear anything from the other side.
Do a perception check.
That is a grand total of 11. There's a 3 on the die.
Sounds pretty quiet behind there.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'd say you think the door's pretty thick, maybe.
Okay.
Is it locked?
Hard to hear through.
You don't know yet.
It's a
a
great
door.
question. Do you want to
We all stand away and give it a jiggle with the mage hand, see if it opens.
Oh, I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, we could.
The door opens.
Rezaz opens the door.
after all that?
And we will go to a break. Of course.
Cliffhanger! Cliffhanger!
The door opens.
The door
There's
opens.
a door in the sewers. Like,
Yeah, that,
Well, could lead out.
Well,
of
if
the
there's
sewers.
Could be maintenance.
does it say?
no, I
maintenance?
also don't believe that.
He
door
didn't
is-
say maintenance.
There's a little
There's a door
kobold
in
with a
the
hat on
sewer.
it.
yeah,
that
you
says,
get a
like,
little like the caution red
Yeah.
tape. You know.
Kobolds only beyond this point.
Look, Rezaz doesn't actually.
Welcome back. We have a door.
We've kicked it down.
We know what happens with doors. The door has opened. The adventurers are outside the door. Let's have a
Adventures
dis-
everywhere.
Let's see what it looks like
Inside are a bunch of kobold sewer workers that are like having their lunch break.
Do you mind?
Yeah, guys, come
Yeah.
on.
Oh, my Uber Eats deliveries.
Shh. I'm going to read some box text.
Sorry.
Sorry. Okay.
No, it's okay. Shut him up.
Serious face. The iron double door. No, I've got to do a serious voice. The iron double doors open to a vast chamber that was once a hidden laboratory, but now is vacant and abandoned. In the centre of the room, you'll see a large cauldron suspended above a floor by thick chains attached to 4 stone pillars. So we don't see the pillars in the in
It's just
here,
the
but there's
corner of the.
yeah. There's a big cauldron. Steep stone steps ascend from the floor to the rim of the cauldron. So you've got some steps going up to it as well. There are glass vats at the far end of the chamber. Let's put some glass vats over here. There we go. Oh, anyway, the top fell off it. That's okay.
I got it. Keep talking.
Thanks. Let's say 2 of them are shattered and empty. One is like whole. Beside the vats is a wooden desk covered by a large map, weighed down by a fist-sized snail made of polished stone. It's what you see.
I
Weighed
can't
down
help
by
myself. I'm
books
going-
or things. I was like,
Was not how that sentence was going
that
to
was
end.
not where the sentence was going. In my
I
head.
can't help myself. Razez walks over and. looks
Okay,
at this
you can
thing.
bring your tokens, your minis in. I guess, you're going to bring your minis
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Some of that you'd have to see a little bit closer, but it's not worth me.
We all file
fooling
in.
around when
Yeah,
I've got such
while
excellent box
Razez's
text.
going that away.
Yeah. Okay.
Remain's probably looking around from what we can sense and or see. Any other creatures or individuals?
I'm going to fly
in
up
the
and have a
room?
look inside the cauldron.
Yeah, nothing else, no other creatures in the room.
Yeah.
Just because you've asked
Am I gonna
about
drop it?
No.
roofs and
Oops.
lighting. The laboratory's rounded ceiling is 20 feet high.
So it doesn't fall.
The cauldron's only 5 feet off the ground.
Oh, okay.
Air is humid. Maybe that was. Yeah, it's only 5 feet off the ground. We can say it's 10 just so we don't forget. Doesn't really matter.
Is there anything in it?
Air is humid. Lighting. There's some lanterns on the walls with flickering green flame.
Ooh.
All right. Questions in order. Who wants to? Just. There
We
was a
can
few
go in
things
order.
about
What's
to
everyone
happen.
doing in order? Just
Yeah.
so we
Yeah,
know
I
what's
didn't
going
mind.
on.
Was there anything like any other people?
Yeah. So no
like-
other creatures or people
Cool.
in this room.
I think Ari really wants to know what's in that
What's in
cauldron.
the
I
cauldron?
do want to know what's in the cauldron.
Okay.
It's not fondue, is it?
Yeah,
Fish
you fly up
flesh,
over it.
taking a bath.
It's empty.
There's it looks you can see greenish sludge inside the cauldron.
Delightful.
Yeah.
Do you touch it?
No, of course not.
I'm going to call up to Hedwig and just say, is there anything interesting in there? Do I need to go look at it?
It depends what your fascination with green sludge is, but yeah, it looks alchemical of some sort.
It looks pretty acidic,
Oh.
as you'd imagine a green sludge in a cauldron
Well,
might look.
if we're doing question time, you know what my question's going to be, which is, what does detect magic have to say about the room?
Same as you've been feeling the whole
Okay.
time, and again generalised.
Generalised.
So
Is
there's no like magic smoke machine in the corner.
Well, I was going to say, is the cauldron emanating anything specific?
No.
Okay, good to know.
As they're doing that, I touch the snail.
You touch the snail.
How, sorry, because I have the snails from One Piece in mind now. And they're like yay big. How big is the snail?
The snail was a fist-sized
fist-sized
snail made of
Right.
polished
Oh.
stone. Yeah. You pick it up. All right. What you hear is.
What? I'm sorry. What I hear? Put me down.
What you hear is. Edgar, you're finally back at the lab. Did you know one of your pets got loose on the street? I've taken care of it, but if there are more of them, I'll take care of them too. But this incident could connect you to me and jeopardize my position as one of Neverember's advisors. I need you to relocate the lab out of Neverwinter so there won't be any more incidents. We've known each other for years now. Can I still count on you? I know you're there, Edgar. Answer me.
I'm sorry, I think you have the wrong number. And I put this down.
And I'm assuming you say that out loud.
There goes the element of surprise. Do I? So I'm a noble, right? They said the professor
this
is
city.
a noble. No, but like, do I know a Neverwinter? Like, is there a role I can make?
Yeah, make a history roll.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not a noble, but I feel like I know. I feel like I know enough to know who Lord Neverember is.
Edgar.
Oh.
Edgar. I just want to know Edgar.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I have got.
But that was jeopardise my position as one of Neverember's advisors.
yeah.
You got that bit? Yep.
Yeah.
So ability checks are all D10. So that is sadly a terrible 14.
You
I am new
may
to the city, so
have
maybe I don't-
heard. Let's just say that you have heard about a professor called Edgar.
Yep.
Is he actually a professor?
Yeah, I think so.
Associate professor.
Yeah, but you don't know anything more than that. Like it's like that seems
I'd
familiar.
have to go out and ask someone.
Yeah, yeah,
not
with
in
a
the
role like
dungeon.
that.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
just to try and lessen that, like, be more serious about, like Razez hears this,
Yep.
genuinely does say, "I'm sorry, I think you have the wrong number." Puts the snail back down and goes, "Well, this is this seems like it goes deeper than what we thought."
Does the snail of exposition have anything more to offer us?
Do you think we should call back and say?
What is your name?
when you say it, do you think we should call back?
It's a sending stone, right?
Like, do I pick it up and, like, is it a sending stone?
Wait, do you say that as you pick it up, or do you
Like-
say
like-
it and then
like-
pick it up?
No, I'm asking Donna.
It was
how
a
to-
sending stone. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he makes a fair point. The element of surprise is now completely gone.
God.
We may as well call back.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't know if there's one off
Is it a
sending
real
stones.
snail? Sorry, I feel like.
And now it is
Yeah, she said
like it
stone.
looked like a stone,
Okay.
and now it still looks like a stone. And as you pick it
Well,
up, nothing else happens.
I'm like, I pat my longsword, I'm like, well, there's a command word to activate. Isn't probably a command word to activate?
snail. Something.
While you're discussing
oh,
this,
okay. Right.
Oh.
somehow a really large a creature gets through the door.
There is no door anymore.
There is
There's
there
no
is
door
no
anymore.
there is no door anymore.
Yeah,
there
yeah,
goes your
yeah.
plan.
With yeah,
No, let's just
Yeah.
imagine there's no door.
yeah. I'll put these up, and I'll put the henchman
Good
like
heavens.
right behind it.
Oh my
Right.
goodness.
Yeah.
So you all were.
I turn around and I say, Edgar.
Boom. Let's get you like all up here.
Yeah,
listening to
the
sending
concept
stone.
of
You guys
doors
were by
here.
By
Yeah.
that thing, yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
I'm gonna pocket the snail.
Oh, there we go. I've got a description for it. The grinding sounds of metal against stone suddenly ripped through the air. At the door, a grotesque green dragon is forcing its hulking body into the laboratory, tearing apart the heavy metal door
Okay, there we go.
like
Right.
butter. What would you like to
Did
do?
you see a green dragon as we were walking down? I don't think
No,
I
no.
did.
I did not either.
Was there like a passage or a turn that we missed?
I was told this is like a 10-foot ceiling. Somehow a green dragon is going to, like, you know what?
When we say green dragon,
let's
and
suspend our disbelief.
pushing its way through, are we talking young adults? You know,
Tween.
Baby.
Infant.
That does not. I mean,
Wormling.
yeah, wormling young
More,
adults.
let's say, I mean, yeah, that description literally said green dragon, a grotesque green dragon. But let's say it's a grotesque green dragon-like creature, like with leathery wings.
like like the general shape is dragon, so it makes sense
Yeah.
for us to immediately think dragon. But something's wrong here.
I have a question.
yeah,
Like, is it like, yeah, the chitinous plating and all of the stuff that we've seen before?
yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
So it's ripped its way through this
It's
door.
ripped
and
its
come
way through the
towards
door.
us. Can we assume that we would need to defend ourselves at this
Yes,
point?
it's looking very much like teeth and claws.
Right.
I'm
And
gonna.
you should roll initiative.
Yeah, let's
alright.
just.
So I just thought I'd give you the option.
You still have your advantage.
Yes, for my. No, it's only for me.
Yeah, no, that's like you
Here's
still
what
have that.
Yeah, yeah.
Reminding like a good friend.
Alright, I'm going to do my big spell.
Bless you.
I have to get my d10s ready.
Alrighty, everybody roll initiative?
Yes.
Yep. Anybody over 20? Yes. Anybody else?
Not over 20, no.
15 to 20?
16.
19.
19 also.
19. How do
You
want
may
to do this?
go first.
Thank you.
Do your big bada booms.
19,
bada boom.
19. Sorry, what did you say for reserve? We didn't? 16. Okay, so this is the smaller guys. The two like henchmen behind the big one. Then you, that's all of you. I pre-rolled this and rolled in that one. So
I mean,
the biggest.
It got
biggest
stuck
one
in the
is-
door for a little while.
Yeah. All right, set my head. I think we're ready to go. Edgy.
Okay.
Great big
I
thing.
float up in the air, somewhere about here. We're going to have a little stand. Just two things. Can I have a look at the steel that's holding the cauldron up? Is it rusted? Is it like good quality?
You
I'm
definitely
not a
can,
metallurgist, but like,
and
would a series of explosions
sorry, I'm like
somehow
holding
rattle
up
it?
the creature stats. You know, cauldron. It looks like it's still in pretty good condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then I just cast fireball on the three guys who came through the door.
Okay.
When in doubt, boom.
All right.
Yep.
I will roll for the great big thing
Dex
first.
17.
Okay.
I'll roll the damage. You
All right.
roll the
The big
saves.
thing failed significantly.
So
The two others.
can I borrow
Oh man, also failed significantly. I just rolled two twos.
5d6s.
I hope you get all to do fireballs. It'll just be like
Thank you kindly.
kaboom. It'll be over in 3 seconds.
Roll that again.
What's the way
Maybe.
you
Oh,
like
that
to
is a
do it?
lot of
Maybe.
sixes, my friend.
Nice.
12, 18, 28, 33, 37, 40.
40. Okay. What am I doing? I'll do left and right. Left, right. 40.
Yep.
40. And 40.
And I'll just fly back a little bit,
Bloody hell.
putting the gnome between me and the.
All right. Yeah, and that area is right, isn't it? Because fireballs are
Yeah.
really big.
Yes.
20 foot
Yeah.
radius.
Before I undm.
Yeah.
Braddock.
Seeing the fireball and just thinking, well, I could fireball, but that's it's a bit repetitive. I mean, what are we doing here? So, Braddock is going to draw a mundane dagger worth 2 gold pieces.
Oh, nice.
The material component for his favorite spell, Steel Wind Strike. So I'm going to choose up to 5 creatures I can see within range. There are only 3 enemies.
Yep.
Their range is 30 feet, so I'll fly to within 30 feet. And let's just go down the line. So I'll do the first henchman, then the dragon-like creature, then the second henchman.
Yep.
With a melee spell attack.
Okay.
24 to hit
Yep.
for 6d10 damage.
Holy cow.
I can't see any way that this couldn't happen.
Well, there was 2 10s in the
Oh, yeah.
dice roll.
Well, I
so
just added up for funds.
So 10, 20, 29, 31,
I'm definitely bulking up the
and
difficulty for my module.
38.
Yeah. Very, very dead.
Cool.
Very, very. That
Second one on the
that's good.
dragon. That's only a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Great. Well, I'm glad
Yeah.
to hear it. Well, 60-10. So I'm insisting on rolling these manually because it's this is my big moment.
Yeah, this
this
is
is
the moment.
the only time you get to use D10s normally as well. So
So 10, 16, 20, 28, 32, 34 damage on the dragon.
Yeah, okay. What does that one look like? What does Steel Wind Strike look like?
It's basically teleporting to each one and striking with the dagger,
Yeah,
but with
right.
force damage being, as arcane energy is just channeled through the weapon.
Yeah, very dead.
No way.
No way. Yes way.
no.
Like,
And the last one,
Not a dragon.
that is
Yeah, not a dragon.
18 to hit the last henchman
Yep.
for. I'm so sorry, guys.
no. This is
All right, 6, 12,
the pub, right?
18, 25, 35, 36.
Game over.
No, more should come. Come
I'm
on.
going to promise.
Let's do a boss battle.
I am going to promise the future viewers that when I run my module, I'm cranking it up to extra. I just want to say extra hard.
My rationale for why Rezez is like so slow, neg 1 initiative, is because he does not. He's like, I'll get there when I get there.
if someone gets to it first,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I was just
I
like,
just
am
don't
I
wanna
meant
be
to have something
surprised, yeah.
else?
All right, and just to kind of cap it off, so I attack 1, attack 2, attack 3, teleport right in front of the dragon in a 3-point pose as they all just collapse.
They all just collapse.
I know it's not my turn technically, but I get the snail out and just try and tap it. And like, if this was your attempt, just so you know, if this was your attempt to clear us out, it did not work. I tried. No response still.
The number you have called is not connected.
Yes.
Jesus.
I don't know. Toasted dragon. Toasted
I approach
grafter.
Well, that's a fair point. What is the other thing?
Yeah,
it. Are they
so
like Victor? The other.
yeah, the henchmen look like the Victor kind of creature.
They
craft.
look exactly like Victor. The henchmen
Okay.
look exactly like Victor, so they've got, like, again, grafts and stuff on their skin.
Definitely
And-
not the victors of this battle.
No.
But I sort of like. I feel like
Game
they
over
just
in
anime
two
fell to the
rolls.
ground, so I like flip them over. I'm like, is this one your friend?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, let's say one's your friend.
Okay.
Is that okay? I mean,
No.
Say your friend, we
Wait,
don't
I
have
want to
to.
say, this is what happened.
Yeah.
It was the last one, right? You're going in order, and as you strike, like you see his
But I mean, he was well and truly beyond.
Okay. I put him out of
saving.
misery.
Yeah, yeah.
I will have a moment just kind of regarding my fallen friend and the magic run amok that has corrupted him
Yeah.
into this creature. And I say, well, I'm glad that at least we were able to put him out of his misery.
It's like in anime when it's like, you're about to hit, so there's like a whole like 10 minutes of exchanging where it's like, no, please kill me, put me out of it. It's like that.
Camera
Whilst-
spinning around.
Whilst Braddock's having, internal mental anguish at, putting down his friend, the dragon-like creature, as I'm like, walk up, pulling it over, dragon-like,
Yeah,
not
look,
actually
I
a
don't
dragon.
know how to describe it.
Would-
You, as players, may know this. It is a dragon flesh abomination. Or you as often
someone's
DMs.
made their
Yeah.
own kit dragon.
Yeah.
basically. Build
So-
your own dragon.
So I've not come
we have a
across one
dragon
before.
at
Yeah, so looking at the two henchmen, if I'd said, the Victus-esque, if this was like the ultimate goal of like they were almost the experiments, this is kind of like the ultimate goal of like abomination and merging.
I think that's probably a safe assumption.
Okay.
Like certainly, yeah. And you said before you thought that probably there was something to do with like trying to create, powerful creatures.
Actually, that's Braddock.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay.
Great
Yeah,
living
it's
weapons.
it would be an easy assumption
Okay.
to think that something's going on here to make humans more dragon-like and give them dragon-like powers with, grafting scales onto them and stuff.
All right, let's
Yeah.
try
I'm
and
not sure what
earn
powers
our
they had
money
but
by
give it a go, but
investigating the area and
Yes.
figuring out which part of this did what.
Let's vamp for another 30 minutes.
There's no convenient note that says Professor Edgar,
I mean, there are notes all
well,
over
yeah.
the
So
table.
going through,
Yeah.
We're gonna rifle through the room.
Yeah, we're
now.
gonna
Yeah,
rifle
rifle
through
through the
it.
room.
Ransack the place.
There's nothing more than what you can see. So like clearly a cauldron with like an acidic goo. You've got creatures, with
All right,
with
so-
grafting. You heard the thing from the snail talking about
right.
Edgar and Nivrem as
So-
advisor.
We want to obviously take a sample of the acidic goo. I feel like part of the description was the glass
Vats?
vats, which I'm just.
How big? are the
It's just to me screaming Baldur's Gate 2 starting Ironicus Dungeon, but
I think they said they were floor to ceiling.
Oh.
yeah,
they're
like,
quite big
that's
vats.
what I'm like.
We could
So
just
are these
send,
like
as long as
incubation
arrows,
chambers?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But we could probably just send arrows. Arrows got more resources at the Mistbin, right? Rather than us trying to drag everything out.
But you said 2 of them were broken and 1 of them was still intact. Does
Is
the
there anything in
intact
there?
one
Have
still
anything in
have?
it?
Yeah, I
anything
think so,
in it?
actually.
Oh. You put your
So
face to the thing,
the-
something floats out.
Non-broken vats are foggy and opaque, disguising the finer features of the creatures inside, except for a few details such as a misshapen humanoid head, a scaled hand, or an eye.
Can I make a medicine check to see if this, like, what state, like, are they?
They're pieces, they're parts.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's all. I mean, that's all I have, unless I start making stuff up.
Weird. And
Yeah.
then rifling through all the paperwork, is there any other
addressed correspondence.
No.
any sort of relevant information
No.
that we're
No.
gonna?
Well, I think the main kind of thing we need to do now is go through the list of Neverember's advisors and try and narrow it down.
Oh, and the Professor Edgar's, right? There can't be too many in the city.
Yeah.
Turns out, professor, like he's not a professor. That just throws us off
Yeah, that's
completely.
It's more an associate doctorate of. You know. Well, you know, as all good adventurers, we ransack and loot.
Yeah,
the
ransack,
place.
loot.
So the goodies.
The goodies.
We all came here to see.
To loot, yeah.
You got it. You got something.
you
out of
got
this
your
already.
goodies.
Got my spell book.
Ah,
Baby.
no other goodies here. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Does it look like? Okay. Does it look like this is the end of the line? Like, is there a like? If we look through, is there another secret way that Edgar escaped through that we
Yeah,
have to
that's a fair
pursue
point.
him from, or anything like
No,
that?
there's nothing to be found. Yeah.
I guess what I'm asking, Donna, is do we just return to Arrow?
You just return to Arrow.
mission
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
accomplished.
You have a really good look. You don't see any. There's no trapdoors. There's like.
That's right. But yes, we're definitely taking a sample of the acidic goo.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really anything to sample from the vats.
Yeah.
You already got the snail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
I think Braddock really wants a shower and a hot meal.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, Romaine is definitely wanting to change.
Yeah. All right.
I can.
You probably change before you go back and see Arrow in the tavern, I imagine.
If that's your friend, like I can just pray over him if you want.
Yeah, I mean, look, he wasn't that close of a friend, but you may do your rites, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, just as we are getting ready, like.
All right.
Half-hearted gesture. Just like,
He's a Twilight character.
like the thing with Rizaz, like he will, like he's like.
what is your deity? What's going on with this?
And the thing with Rizaz is very much that he's just like. He's so used to like putting on like, yes, I'm kind, I'm nice, but he's also very lazy. Actually, I don't think lazy is the word. It's just like, I don't care.
Okay.
Not motivated.
Apathetic.
Apathetic.
All right. You get back to Arrow.
Yes.
Yes. Let's get back to
As the
that.
DM wraps you up. Arrow the wizard Kenku sighs,
Oh, he's a
empties his mug of ale, and says, "It's fascinating and troubling to learn that such a conspiracy exists at the heart of the city. Is Lord Neverember truly involved, or is it only his advisor? Only one advisor, or many of them?
All of
Too
them.
many questions unanswered,
All of them.
and it's too dangerous to draw conclusions without concrete evidence, lest we draw the ire of someone powerful. Well, maybe we
Neverember.
already did."
Yeah, I
He
was gonna
lifts
say,
up
I
his
think they know
feathered
we're
hand to
coming.
order another round of drinks for the table. It's his treat, he says. He gives you your original 500 gold,
Nice.
an additional 1,000 for the extremely useful information. You've got like some stuff he found after the sewage tidal wave, so that's another 500. And he gives you a magical amulet of his own creation, which is a periapt of proof against poison.
Oh,
which I can give you the description.
You could have given
and
that
everything
before.
later.
Went
Yeah, yeah.
And
crazy
you
in the
have a
poison
most
sewer.
excellent spell book. Yeah,
Look
yes.
at his little
And we had a good game of D&D.
Thank you, Don.
Very fun. Thank you for DMing.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for tolerating my
Thank
impromptu
you.
nonsense.
I had no idea where that was going. Like,
We're doing a
To be honest, neither did I when I started.
we're doing a reverse broken stronghold. I'm like, this sounds exactly like
Bit of broken
just a broken stronghold.
well, it's
I don't think
reverse
I've
in
ever
that he
actually
had
seen
just
a-
fucked off.
Yeah, I just left you.
Shot,
She just fucked off.
boss fight.
I just figured they'd lock you in
Yeah.
the thing with the
Look,
monster.
no.
That was what I was shooting for.
Like, to be fair, this is also what Rezez was like. No, I'm trying to trick you. Are you too?
Are you too dumb to understand? I'm
To be
trying
Too dumb to understand? Yes.
Neverwinter
dumb, just
hires only the
simple.
best mercenaries.
I really was just going to do a 5th level invisibility. And